We fill almost every transitional moment of our day with sound. The headphones go on the second we leave the house, and they stay on while we commute, sit at our desks, and do our chores around the house. For a lot of us, sitting alone in a quiet room without any audio stimulation has become physically uncomfortable. This creates a severe tension the moment you need to focus. Try to sit down and do deep work, and your brain immediately revolts against the task. You find yourself compulsively hitting skip on your playlist every 30 seconds because no song feels quite right for the moment. This bleeds into the rest of your life as a generalized irritability. You might find it difficult to even watch a movie without pulling out your phone to scroll through a second stream of media at the same time. Millions of people look at this exact set of behaviors, the restlessness, the fractured attention, and conclude they must have adult ADHD. But your attention span is likely entirely intact. By treating music as a permanent background utility, you have severely overloaded your brain's pleasure centers and built up a debilitating tolerance to stimulation. The cycle usually starts the moment we wake up. We immediately reach for the phone, check our feeds, and turn on our morning playlist. To understand why this is harmful, we have to look at brain waves. Depending on your state of rest, your brain operates at different frequencies. Right after waking up, your brain is supposed to transition through the alpha state. This is a slow, natural, and highly relaxed frequency. That relaxed state is entirely different from the fast beta and gamma frequencies, which your brain uses strictly for high alert situations, intense focus, and problem solving. This graph compares a natural morning with a plugged-in morning. Instead of a smooth wave transitioning to a high frequency, the immediate audio blast violently yanks your brain into fast beta states. This abrupt shift skips the alpha phase, stripping the brain's natural rhythm. This jumpstart forces the brain into a state of high arousal before it has a chance to calibrate. Without that alpha state buffer to regulate your baseline, your nervous system remains overstimulated, leaving you vulnerable to fatigue, irritability, and spikes of anxiety as the day wears on. That morning anxiety follows you right into the workday. To cope, we keep the music playing, and music feels incredible because the brain is constantly, subconsciously attempting to predict the incoming musical patterns. When it correctly predicts a beat or a melody, it rewards itself with a targeted hit of dopamine. But stacking this potent dopamine trigger with daily work tasks for hours on end forces your pleasure system to run continuously without a break. To protect itself, the brain adapts. Look at this chart. As you consume constant audio, your baseline engagement requirement steadily rises. Then you face a monotonous task. Your dopamine baseline is incredibly high, but the task falls severely short of meeting that new threshold. Your brain begins to panic from this severe understimulation, completely shattering your focus on the actual work. This biological panic is the exact reason you rapidly switch tabs, check social media, or skip songs. You are desperately hunting for the missing dopamine just to reach your new baseline. The background music has stopped being a source of joy. It has devolved into a biological crutch, required merely to stave off the pain of understimulation. None of this means music itself is bad. It remains a miraculous tool, capable of synchronizing our heartbeats, lowering our cortisol, and boosting our adrenaline. But because of that intense power, music must be treated with respect as an art form, not abused as a band-aid for boredom. The first step to resetting your tolerance is to strictly protect the first hour of your day from screens and audio. This intentional period of morning silence guarantees your brain can actually achieve its necessary alpha wave transition. The second protocol applies to the workday. If you absolutely need acoustic masking to drown out a loud office, swap the stimulating playlist for white or pink noise. This shows why. On the left is the highly volatile waveform of a complex track, and on the right is the smooth waveform of pink noise. It masks distractions, but lacks the predictable patterns that trigger your dopamine roller coaster. As your dopamine tolerance drops back to normal, you'll find that those artificial symptoms of attention deficit naturally fade away. By intentionally giving your brain the silence it needs to reset, you reclaim your ability to focus. And when you finally do put your headphones back on, you transition from a passive consumer of noise into the true composer of your daily life.